Oh shit. Here we go again.
No. Oh, you have some on your stomach?
Texas.
911, what is the address of the emergency?
Someone came up and just shot my assistant manager.
Where is the shooter?
I don't have enough information. He's gone. He left in his car. He literally left a second ago.
Police in Carrollton, Texas, reached the place of 24-year-old Alyssa Burkett after a co-worker called 911. He had heard gunshots outside the building. An unknown attacker had been waiting. The moment Alyssa arrived, he came at her with a gun and a knife. Within seconds, in the air were her screams, begging for help.
That nigga waiting for her to come to work,
By the time officers got there, it was too late.
She
Alyssa
died on the parking lot.
Her body
early morning trying to go to work, bro.
More than 40 times with no sign of mercy. What the officers didn't know yet was that this had become one of the most disturbing and complicated cases they had ever faced. In the days ahead, detectives would uncover a tangled mess, a list of possible suspects, bitter family conflicts, a custody battle over a child, dangerous levels of jealousy, and eventually, after years of twists, a court verdict that no one saw coming. All of it building into one of the most twisted homicides the town had ever seen.
What the fuck?
I can't believe
what year is this?
Would do something like that to a woman or to anybody.
I'm telling you, there's a side of him that you do not know.
When this shit happened, bro?
Minutes later, several patrol units arrive at the scene. It's the parking lot of an apartment rental office on 1120 MacArthur Drive. Right by the entrance sits a gray Toyota Corolla. The driver's side window is shattered and bullet holes are clearly visible in the glass.
I ain't gonna lie, them not no small, them ain't small bullet holes, bro. That look like a R, that's like an AR, bro.
Holes are clearly visible in the glass.
That shit not small.
The crime scene is gonna be inside that tape?
It's inside that tape.
All right. Okay. I heard that pop. I turned around, I knew it was a gunshot.
She got shot in the car.
Okay.
You can see her handprints.
A few steps away,
she got shot in the car
on the sidewalk, and just beyond that, the bloody, wounded body of Alyssa Burkett. She had been shot in the face and stabbed repeatedly with deep, violent cuts all over her body.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. He probably like shot her in the head and just start
move quickly to secure the scene,
like stabbing her ass.
To save Alyssa's life. But the blood loss and the sheer number of wounds make it impossible.
That's wild.
At exactly 9:12 a.m., Alyssa's death is confirmed. A medical team
early morning, gang, trying to go to work
to begin their examination of the body. At the same time, a crime scene investigator makes a chilling discovery: a tracking device hidden under the victim's car.
What? She had a tracking device on her shit?
That device would later be sent to digital forensics for analysis. But before the results came back, detectives would turn to the victim's co-workers, eyewitnesses of the attack, and begin to reconstruct exactly what happened that morning.
Did you see him holding the knife?
Yeah, in the hand. Were you here when everything happened?
Yes, I was thinking
According to reports, Alyssa arrived at the parking lot at 8:52 a.m. She hadn't even gotten out of her car when a man stepped out of a black Ford SUV parked a few meters away.
That nigga was waiting, bro.
A bullet through the driver's side window. The sound of through the lot.
Wait, so how she got stabbed?
Alyssa's co-workers jumped up from their desks in fear and rushed into nearby rooms to take cover. One of them was sitting right by the window at the moment of the attack.
We're just getting our day started.
Okay. Another witness said the attacker was a black man. It seems that after firing the shot, the killer turned back toward his own car as if he was about to escape. But in that moment, Alyssa, miraculously still alive, managed to get out of her car. She staggered.
That's why he got out and stabbed her.
For help. When the attacker saw she was still alive.
What?
This time,
and start stabbing her.
He rushed at her.
Damn.
Arms in different parts of her body.
What the
Then he got
fuck?
out of the car and fled the scene.
Bro, no fucking way this shit. Bro, what?
There were no security cameras.
Bro, he shot her. Bro, he shot her as soon as she went dead because she hopped out. And then he stopped in the middle of the street, ran out the car to go. I ain't gonna lie, that sound like a paid hit, bro. I feel like whoever that was in the beginning, bro, this is my opinion, bro. Whoever this was in the beginning, whoever that nigga was with that him, whoever he is, paid somebody to kill her, bro. That's what I'm getting at.
Let's step in as
she ain't black,
profilers
so
and
like,
examine the scene
I'm trying to see what's
piece
going
to
on,
understand
bro.
what happened.
That shit crazy
This
though. I ain't
murder
gonna lie.
wasn't random or accidental. The choice of location, timing, and method shows that the killer knew the victim beforehand. The motive wasn't financial or sexual. Everything points to extreme anger and a desire to control the victim. This suggests the killer had some kind of emotional, familial, or competitive relationship with Alyssa. The attacker was armed with two types of weapons: a firearm for the initial attack or to incapacitate, and a knife to finish the job. This shows the crime was premeditated. The GPS device found under the victim's car is one of the most important pieces of evidence, showing that Alyssa had been watched for a long time, not for death, but for control. 44 stab wounds. That means the killer decided 43 times to strike again. What was going through his mind that he felt it wasn't enough and had to keep going, even though the victim had all going through his mind?
Oh, I was finna say, is this? And I say recreated though.
And had to keep
I got a lot of that shit.
Even
crazy.
though the victim had already been shot in the face.
And bro, I just thought about it. Now that AI is like where it is, bro, like cops is finna like start just doing this shit and like putting shit together for real, for real.
Times to strike again. What was
like it's finna be hundreds of these made now, like real fucking scenes.
Mind that he felt it wasn't enough and had to keep going, even though the victim had already been shot in the face.
She even said, I think he's the kind of person that's gonna try to kill me. And he did! And he did!
Damn.
Alyssa Burkett was born on the last day of 1995 in a town near Dallas, Texas.
Damn, the last
Graduating
day?
high school, she went to college and studied history at a
I
university.
mean, she was born December 31st, 1999.
She met a 33-year-old man from Northern California named Andrew Beard on Tinder.
The last day and year.
Wealthy, with a house that smelled of expensive wood and a private plane parked right outside. Their relationship started casually. On July 23, 2019, Willow was born. By then, Alyssa and Andrew had already separated, but they decided to share custody of their daughter. Alyssa was the primary guardian. When Andrew got engaged to a woman named Holly Elkins, the custody battles slowly cooled down. After about a year, Alyssa and Andrew finally reached an agreement over custody and child support for Willow. What's interesting is that, against all expectations, Alyssa and Holly actually got along well. In one message, Holly told Alyssa, "Look forward to having a healthy relationship with you and Ben." Alyssa replied, "I hope your influence helps, because I'd love nothing more than for us all to have a healthy relationship." But just a few months later, something strange happened. On August 6th, Holly called the police claiming that Teresa, Alyssa's mother, had attacked her. 2 officers were dispatched to the scene to investigate. Holly told them she was walking near the lake with Willow in her arms when suddenly Teresa came up from behind, grabbed the child, and started hitting and scratching her.
She literally attacked me from behind, or from behind side. I was facing the lake.
Your hand?
I have a...
No. Oh,
And they say this was 2 months before she got killed.
have some on your stomach.
Teresa, during her interview with police, completely denied the incident, and since there wasn't enough evidence, the case was closed. On the surface, everything seemed to return to normal, until a few weeks later, when Carrollton police received a phone call from a man named Frank. He was reporting something suspicious.
Saw what I thought looked like someone just selling some drugs out of their truck. And I could smell it and I could see it. And
Okay, what kind of vehicle is it?
I ain't gonna lie, that sound fake as hell. That sound like he trying to set something up. That's fake, bro. That shit don't sound real.
Toyota Corolla. I have a
I ain't gonna lie.
license if that helps.
Okay, great. What was your last name?
Morrow.
Several officers were immediately sent to Alyssa's workplace. In the trunk of her car, they found a large amount of cash, packages of drugs, and a gun with its serial number removed.
Oh,
Alyssa
man.
was shocked. She insisted that none of it was hers and that someone must have planted it to frame her. In her background, no criminal record, no history.
I ain't gonna lie, that shit did just sound fishy, gang. I just said that, bro, cause like, what the fuck? He don't even, like, why is you calling saying this shit? Like, you sound like a bitch, bro.
Morrow.
Several officers were
That shit sounded fake, bro.
In the trunk of her car, they found a large amount of cash, packages of drugs, and a gun with its...
Oh, somebody, he paid somebody to kill her. Because, like, somebody set this up, bro.
Removed.
There's no way that's hers.
Shocked. She insisted that none of it was hers and that someone must have planted it to frame her. Given her background, no criminal record, no history of drug use, and no ties to crime, the police decided not to pursue the matter any further.
She probably don't even know how to get weed.
All the pieces of this puzzle together, from the exhausting custody battle,
they know, yeah, they've been setting her up from the beginning, gang. I ain't gonna lie.
To the untraceable gun and the drugs that had been planted far too professionally for a single mother. Then add Alyssa's mother's words on the day of the murder. Her daughter had warned her many times, "He's going to kill me one day." A clear pattern begins to emerge, and that pattern points directly to one man, Andrew Beard.
I knew that it was him when the drugs didn't work in the car for him to get the baby.
After that drug case, Alyssa was
and then whole time he probably did use this for the custody shit. Like,
that Andrew
I knew it, bro.
She told her friends over and over that when she walked down the street, she could feel someone watching her from behind.
And then she had a whole tracker on her car.
Another time she spotted him while standing in line at a gas station. And once more, when she was leaving a store. Alyssa was so
I ain't gonna lie, his ass is goofy, man.
To walk her to her front door, telling them to check behind and make sure no one was following. She begged them to lock the door right away. Around that time, she even started a GoFundMe campaign.
Oh, man.
In a post she wrote, "At this point, I'm truly scared for my life and my daughter's life. Please help me with the legal costs for Willow's custody." That one sentence shows Alyssa wasn't just worried about a legal battle. She felt the shadow of a man who wanted to take her life.
That's crazy, man.
My name's Alyssa. Past year, I have been going through a custody battle, a very ugly one. I have a 1-year-old child. It's taken a toll on my mental and physical health. With that being said, I've become a lot stronger in the process. And I guess just my message is, no matter what you're going through, stick it out, you can do it, and stay strong.
But even with all of this, there's still one question we don't have a clear answer. If Andrew was the killer, then who was the black man that witnesses saw?
That's what I'm saying.
Two possibilities are on the table. Either Andrew himself carried out the attack in disguise using makeup or different clothing to hide his identity.
Or he paid for somebody to kill
Or he
her.
hired someone else to do it.
Bro.
Maybe a friend, maybe a ruthless man desperate for money. Whatever the truth, finding this person would bring investigators one step closer to solving the mystery. With that, police obtained a warrant and headed to Andrew's home.
Carrollton Police Department, search warrant. If you're in there, come out with your hands up.
At the same time, a statewide alert went out for 2 vehicles.
I'm saying, what year is this? They haven't even said no year or nothing like that.
F-150 registered to Andrew, and a black SUV. The same one multiple witnesses reported seeing at the crime scene.
Alright, wait.
She literally attacked me from behind.
They got the year blocked out. Like, they goofies, bro. They doing too much, bro. Like, I don't even remember where I was, bro. I low-key do want to find the year, though. Hold up, bro. Cause they sure ain't got no year on this bitch. They fucking year blocking. Like, that shit weird, bro. I'm trying to see when this shit happened. Where was that? Right here.
Routine traffic, whatever the truth, findings obtained a warrant and 50 registered to Andrew and a black SUV. The same one multiple witnesses reported seeing at the crime scene. A few hours later, Andrew's white truck was found. Police had pulled him over for a routine traffic violation. Officers ordered him out of the vehicle, and without any resistance, he was arrested on the spot. In the passenger seat was his fiancée, Holly Elkins, and in the back seat sat Willow, Alyssa's daughter, who by then had been placed in Andrew's full custody.
The daughter's in a car seat in the back seat. They've been pretty cooperative.
My part was to just find you. That's all they asked me to do.
Since the initial evidence against Andrew wasn't strong enough to hold him in jail, he was released just a few hours later. But what Andrew didn't know was that police had already decided to dig deeper into his life. The first step, a search warrant for his truck and his home. The first thing officers found in Andrew's house was an envelope covered in messy handwriting. Inside were notes with Alyssa's workplace address, the make and color of her car, and even her daily schedule. Among those notes was the name Frank Marrow, the same man who had called police a month earlier to report the poison gun in Alyssa's car.
Bro, I knew from the start this shit was fishy, gang. Like, what the fuck?
On the table, investigators also discovered a special charger and a portable battery. The model and serial number matched exactly with the GPS tracker that had been hidden under Alyssa's car.
Man.
So we found this GPS tracker box.
At the same time, the full report on Andrew's car came in. Inside a backpack on the back seat, police found a pair of men's hiking boots, soaked in bleach and cut into pieces. It was clear someone had been trying to erase his tracks. Next to the boots were 2 bottles of professional makeup in dark brown shades, something that could make light skin look much darker. That's when the first theory was confirmed. The killer had tried to disguise himself using makeup and clothing to appear like a...
What the fuck am I watching, bro?
Also uncovered paperwork for a black Ford Expedition SUV registered in Andrew's name. GPS data showed that just half an hour after the murder, around 9:30 a.m.,
he dissed it.
The vehicle was parked near an apartment building only a few blocks from Andrew's own home. Inside the SUV, officers found bloodstains on the seat and floor. DNA testing later confirmed it belonged to Alyssa. And finally, the last piece of the puzzle. Right by the car door, police discovered a fake beard, the exact same kind Alyssa's co-worker had described the attacker wearing during the assault. With all this evidence, there was no doubt left. Andrew Beard was arrested once again, this time charged with first-degree murder.
That nigga pulled up with paint on his face to disguise himself. He ain't by no mask and no shit. He actually did the full thing. This niggas, man.
Taken to the Dallas Police Department jail.
Oh, man. Now this little girl ain't got no mom or dad. Like, that's sick, bro. That's fucking crazy.
Dallas County Jail charged with murder, and police say it's very clear this killing was not random. It was planned, and it was
most definitely.
A few days later,
arrest that bitch too, gang. Oh, me arrest her, gang.
The story enters a whole new phase.
I read none need to be free.
Possibility that she herself could have been the next victim.
So I just told all my friends and family that I'm engaged to the most wonderful man on the planet, and now people want me to believe that he's not that.
And there are so many emotional roadblocks.
Man, there's no way she ain't know nothing, bro. Like, hell no.
Try to believe that. I get that.
I can't believe that my fiance would do something like that to a woman, or to anybody, but a woman.
And she was lucky to still be alive. But none of that seemed to matter. Holly kept insisting that Andrew had been at the house during the incident. She said the accusations were unbelievable, and that the evidence couldn't convince her otherwise.
Nah, arrest her, gang. She knows, man, she know.
There's a side of him.
Bro, she know.
I feel Holly.
Results, and Holly left the police station. 2 weeks into Andrew's detention, something unexpected happened.
A Rowlett man accused of shooting, then stabbing to death the mother of his child is free on bond this afternoon. And the victim's family believes he is a threat to public safety.
He's free on bond.
2020, Andrew Beard's $1 million bond
he got paid.
And despite all the evidence,
that nigga bond.
He was released from jail.
Bro, wait, when?
Despite all the evidence,
2020.
He was
so this happened. This like 2020 shit, like around there. Bro, this nigga gotta go back.
His family was shocked when they heard the news, not just because Andrew,
this nigga made bond,
because they felt they were now in danger.
That's what I'm saying. He can go
hurt them, or worse, take the opportunity to escape and never show up in court. At this stage, the case moved to the federal level, and the FBI.
That's what I'm saying, gang. Like, kind of fierce, like.
8 days later, Andrew was arrested again.
Thank you, bro.
Different reason.
Just paid $8 million for no reason, you dumbass.
Possessing an illegal silencer. ATF agents searched his home and found a silencer with no serial number or permit in his closet. Under federal law,
possessing a lot of feds be on it, boy. They gonna try to pick you up for any little thing. Like the police, they ain't pick that shit up. The feds like, alright, well, what can we get them with?
Device is a serious
boy.
Andrew went back to jail and this time stayed
$1 million bond.
A Rowlett man accused of
paid $1 million to get out for 8 days, bro, and you went in like dumb as fuck.
Murdering the
that $1 million would have been your commissary, gang. You tripping?
of his child has been arrested on a new charge.
People could not believe
man, long live her, bro. He took
out
it.
of jail after
I'm
posting
saying.
a $1 million bond. Now the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of Texas has found a way to charge him federally, and he is right back behind bars.
By law, the case should have moved to trial next, with the jury deciding the final verdict. But criminal cases don't always follow the rules.
It's not like capital murder or some shit, bro. Fuck.
She'd already ordered her Uber and never came back.
After Andrew's arrest, Holly disappeared. Without saying a word or even saying goodbye to her fiancé, she returned to Michigan and cut off all contact.
I know, bro. She knew what was going on. That bitch need to get arrested,
She went to a
gang.
new apartment, bought a luxury car, and started a new relationship with another man. But the turning point came exactly when everyone thought the story was over.
That bitch knew, gang.
On June 15th, 2022,
Arrest her.
Andrew decided to speak.
Bro.
Remorse or a guilty conscience. He had no choice. He wanted to cooperate and give information, hoping to get a reduction.
So what, a plea?
If you
Yeah.
were to ask me whose idea was what, drugs and the planning of drugs was
So he already been in that bitch shit a couple years.
to me that your previous methods.
That's tired of that shit.
This is what you're gonna do now in order to prove that
Niggas really wake up in that bitch every day, all day, bro. I can't do it, bro. Like, ain't no fresh air in that
He
shit.
said she didn't like Alyssa and wanted to be the only player on the stage of Alyssa and Willow's life. And to reach that
Holly.
position, she had
So
to
that
eliminate
bitch,
her
I
rival.
knew it.
According to Andrew, all the schemes came from Holly's mind. Planting
So the Holly bitch plant. I knew it was something about that bitch, again.
attacked by Alyssa's mother, and even
That
hiring a
shit.
private investigator to secretly gather information on Alyssa.
What?
When all of that failed, she entered
You
a
know
new
it's
game.
crazy,
A game where
man.
she wasn't just controlling anymore, she became a direct threat.
like I was emotionally drained, and at that point, I just basically said, okay, and became submissive to whatever she wanted me to do. That's the task I did. It was, you're going to dress up as a different person. Essentially.
I ain't gonna lie though, gang. You supposed to be the man though. You act like a bitch.
That was.
I ain't heard that shit, bro.
Messages to boost Andrew's confidence while to escape afterward. She had even prepared a few messages to boost Andrew's confidence while carrying out the plan. Usually we look for the killer, but sometimes we have to look for the person who created the killer. In this case, Holly didn't pull the trigger and the knife was never in her hands. But if she hadn't existed, this crime probably never would have happened.
Alright.
In mid-July 2023, Holly Elkins was arrested at Miami Airport just after returning from her vacation in the Dominican Republic on charges of conspiracy to commit murder. At the trial in April,
Stupid. You see how she just went on vacation, think shit was off, so he come back. As soon as she come back, her ass is arrested.
10th, 2024.
She wasn't expecting that shit either.
Striking line.
Them years later, she forgot all about that shit. She moved on, like they say. She got a new boyfriend and shit. Like, she wasn't expecting that shit.
Is a monster, but he's Holly Elkins' monster. Messages exchanged between the couple proved their relationship had always been toxic and controlling. Just 2 months after meeting, Holly had already sent Andrew a message. Your baby mama owns you. You continue to put BM first. I don't want or need any bullshit from anyone. Police reports show that from that moment, Holly began investigating trackers, surveillance tools, and ways to control positions. By September 2020, everything was part of her detailed plan. On September 13th, Holly and Andrew bought that black Ford together. The next day, Holly purchased the dark brown makeup for disguise. On September 19th, the pair went to a store and bought the same model of bullets and knife that would later be found at the crime scene. Why did she do all this? The prosecutor argued that it all stemmed from Holly's obsession with gaining control over Willow.
She wanted to take over her kid.
Look deeper. The child was more than just a custody battle.
I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Willow wasn't just a child. She was a flag at the peak of a mountain she didn't want anyone else to climb.
What is that?
That was, I think, one of my favorite things that we did. It was always me and her, my best friend. Like, that was my person.
I want mama.
Damn, that's crazy, bro. Ooh, they sentenced that bitch to 2 life sentences. I ain't gonna lie, I have never seen no shit like that. What the fuck? Like, I have never seen the police fucking give the female more and more fucking like. I ain't gonna lie, long live her, bro. That shit crazy, bro.